Before I started, I divided my paper to two pieces. One piece I gonna paint lots of trees, and one piece I will just try the colors that I gonna use. So before we start, we need to get the colors that you're gonna use and create the trees. It's a lots of greenish colors. So to mix it up, I mix my dark green that is like this dark. Maybe even sub green if you have it, any green you have it, with my black a little bit. And so I got very dark green colors, that deep and dark, and maybe add a little bit of green. So I premix my color very nicely, and it's getting on my palette is very dark color. So I will try that dark green on my piece of paper, and I see that is very dark green. So you already tried to do your trees, and you saw that you need lots of different greens. So the next green I would like to have it a little bit lighter, so I will use just my sub green color that is mixing with lots of water, and my color gonna be a little bit darker, lighter, and a little bit more greenish without that a big color. So this is another color, and I know that I will need some colors that will remind me that my trees are far away, staying far away. So I mix my blue with my green, and also with lots of water. Oops, not enough blue, so I got a little bit more blue. Here it is. So this is a bluish color, and I will make it even lighter blue if I mix my water with my blue color, and get this kind of bluish light blue color. And I might make some color mixing with, see, I wash my brush all the time, mixing with little bit of yellow from my palette. You can see I'm mixing it with little bit of yellow, so the trees that gonna stay in front gonna be green yellow color. Remember I told you yellow color make it warmer color, so this is my colors that gonna stay in front. So after I premix the colors, I know what I'm gonna use for my trees. It's all kind of greens. You guys can see 200 greens, 200 variation of greens. We're gonna make it with darker and lighter, and the same premix color. It's not 200, but at least it's gonna be enough for us to create depths on our painting. So let's start with that. So for this assignment, I like to use my square brush. I don't know if you have a square brush. If not, you can use a round brush, but square brush is working very well in this assignment. So for the first layer, I will use my blue, kind of bluish green color, and very light. And different wideness of my branches, and of course the length of my branches are different. This one I will make it bigger, but it's staying very close to the second one, so I'm just playing with my brush. It's trees that I think will work for me. You know, I think I will make a couple more trees, so my paper is covered, so I will fix a little bit to green, so I will add the blue color. I don't like the number 4, so I will add the number 5 that will stay closer and will be shorter than other trees. So this is the forest I create, and I will like to dry it before I will really reapply something on the front. Here I add a little bit more branches on my trees, so they are not that bare. So my first layer is completely dry, and I mix some darker green and with blue, of course, but very dark green, more greenish than it was before. And I would put the second layer on the top of the first, and more trees in the first. So I will add the tree that would be in front of the first one. Or we start on the bottom or on the top. It doesn't matter, you just create the trees that will be a little bit different and maybe wider trunk, because this one is in the front of the first layer. The first layer was pale blue with little bit of green, like turquoise color, it reminds you. And then I put the dark green color on the top of it. I will get it a little bit different ways, little bit different layers, and completely different dark colors. So I separated from the back, that I had my piece in the back with different layers and different colors. So it's more green. Remember, I am working with my square brush, and I premix the colors. I recommend you to premix the colors, but if you don't want to premix it, and I would like to create something not straight, so I have variety of lines. I kind of like when it's not too straight everything, and lines are a little bit we will see how the piece will be. And here is the smallest tree I will make, and it will stay a little bit crooked, but it's what it is in my compositional decision. And I am leaving a little bit space in between the trees. See this one? This one is very, very dark, so I need to make it a little bit darker on the second layer on some of my trees. And so very few trees is a little bit darker. I made it darker now, but I watered too much. So if you water too much, you're getting lighter and pale. So if you want to make see, it's a different on my trees already. Now I'm starting my final layer, and I add a lot of yellow color to my green mix. I recommend you to put the yellow on your green mix that was pre-mixed already, and make it very dense. What dense means, you make it wet. Of course, I am using techniques that call watercolor on dry, but still I would like to use some of the water to make it lighter, my next tree. And so I will put a tree right in front of other trees that was on the back, and I will create the tree that will work very, very nicely in the front with yellow. And remember, yellow creates a little bit warmer color in comparison. It's a still green color, but it's a little bit warmer, and I like to make this wider. See, this details is wider and a little bit more maybe visible, and even though it's mixing with other colors, but it's less transparent. So I make a little bit more details on my tree. Now I will probably make a couple more in front. See, I'm using the same tree, and it's mixing together, all the color is mixing together, so I don't need a separate brand, but I will make one just to show how does it go on the front and make it a little bit darker, so it goes together with the forest. And now I will make my last tree. I don't want to make too many of them in the front because I don't want to color what was in the background, the first and second layers. I important to make kind of like a foresty feelings, but I like to make it a little bit more active here and cover the trees that was before, so maybe a little bit more branches. With yellow we will show the overlapping the trees that was before, so I overlap it. And now I will put a little bit water, and remember that what warmer color is doing it, so I will add it a little bit, even with little warmer color, with little bit reddish color maybe. I was gonna work only with green, but I cannot help it to add a little bit reddish color on the foreground, and maybe a little bit of water to create this kind of like foreground stand, so my trees are visibly here. And as soon as I finish it, I will, since they are wet, I will turn them around and let them dry a little bit like that, and we are done with our forest.